Happy birthday, Wolf. Actually, speaking of wolves, fun little bit of trivia about my channel. My original OC, or whatever you want to call it, was originally going to be a wolf. But the thing is, I later came across Wolf and Cat's channel and met Wolf and Cat and felt obligated to change it. It's kind of frustrating only because, I meant to do it for a while, but, I dig the ghost. I dig them. Anyway, let's start your review, Wolf.
The Lost Boys is a 1987 horror comedy film directed by Joel Schumacher. It stars Corey Haim, Jason Patric, and Kiefer Sutherland. It spawned 2 other sequels, but for now, we're taking a look at the original. Anyway, let's start the review. The plot of this film revolves around 2 siblings, Michael and Sam Emerson, who moved to Santa Clara, California with their mother to live with their grandpa. Unfortunately, once they get there, they find that for the longest time, the town has been prowling with vampires. To make matters worse, Michael starts to get involved after one played by Kiefer Sutherland initiates him into the blood-sucking life by giving him blood to drink. Now, Mike must resist his strong lust for blood, no matter how sensuous the idea of that warm, mouth-watering sweetness washing down his throat seems, and do everything he can to keep it from his family. Meanwhile, Sam starts to suspect something is up after he has an interaction with the Frog Brothers, played by Corey Feldman and Jamison Newlander, and respectively named Edgar and Allan, and learning that something strange is happening in their once serene little California town. This premise is pretty unique. It's a lot of fun as well. I like how it sort of plays with the vampire mythos while still keeping in tradition with it. For example, the vampires do not sleep in coffins. Instead, they sleep in one giant cave, and according to one of the characters, it's basically like a giant tomb to them. I also like how the vampires are more of a cross between a rebellious group of teenagers and a death cult. And the way this premise plays out is a lot of fun, since it does have a great sense of action to it as well. Especially during the scenes where the vamps are attacking, because it does a good job at showing the extent of their strength, as well as make good use of the pacing as well, since each fight scene definitely help to progress the film faster. I give premise a B+. Very unique take on the vampire mythos. Next is acting. It wasn't bad at all. I really did like the interaction Corey Haim and Jason Patric had, since it does feel very genuine in terms of siblings. You can tell there's some tension between the two, but yet obviously you can tell the two care about each other very much. So that obviously makes you feel for Sam when he learns Mike is a vampire. But of course, Kiefer Sutherland steals every scene he's in. He manages to pull off a performance that is somehow both alluring, yet very intimidating at the same time, which obviously is perfect for the role he plays in this film. And the fact that he seems to really embrace his character also really helped keep me engaged with him. I was not once bored when he was on screen. Not much else to say other than it's Kiefer fucking Sutherland. He brings a really badass side to his character with not only his delivery, but his inflection as well. There is something about it that seems very deadpan, yet very laid back. I give acting a B+. Let's talk about directing. Joel Schumacher, rest in peace, has had a very diverse career in terms of film. From a film about a man teetering on the edge of insanity and falling down, to a story about the possibilities of what's on the other side of life and Flatliners, all the way to the blood-sucking good time known as The Lost Boys. And I really loved the way he made everything play out in this film. The directing was easily the best part of this movie, aside from Kiefer, not only due to how fast the film goes because of it, but also due to the world building. Before everything gets going, you see a lot of the world the film takes place in, and that definitely helped me to immerse myself in the film a little better, because since it helped make the area feel very familiar to me after a while. And having the very first kill from Kiefer's perspective was a very good choice, because it not only creates a lot of ambiguity with his character, but also manages to be pretty impressive in terms of cinematography, because it really captures the environment they are all in. And the way the brilliant and enthusiastic lights of the carnival contrast from the pitch black California night is just stunning. It is also some of the most intense moments in the movie, aside from the bridge scene. He also manages to get some pretty cool motorcycle scenes in the film. Anyway, I give directing an A+. Overall, The Lost Boys is a very fun watch with some pretty good action to go along with it. I don't think there was even one moment in the film that felt slow, and it's an hour and 40 minutes. That's almost 2 hours when you think about it, and yet, due to the impressive pacing, it manages to feel shorter than that. I highly recommend this film if you're looking for an entertaining watch. I give The Lost Boys an A-. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like and sub for more content.